Hello, everyone. Welcome once more to ZN Learning Podcast. You are listening to me for today. If you're just getting started here, I want to tell you that we put up a new English learning video every day to help you enhance your skills smoothly and rapidly. Today, we'll look at a very useful topic: 50 common English phrases that you can include in your everyday talks. This is how native speakers talk in their conversation. They are easy to read, quick to write, and very clear. When you understand the language, your speech will right away be more natural and smooth, and in addition to helping your English listening and speaking skills, it will increase your ability to express yourself confidently anywhere. If you talk to friends, seek advice, order a meal, or pass time in conversation, these phrases will be very useful every day. Examples of people using these expressions in daily conversations will be presented to show you how they should be used. At the end of this video, these common phrases will be easy for you to use and understand in regular conversations. Just before doing anything else, subscribe and click the bell so you won't miss our English lessons. Now, get your pen and notebook ready, and we will start learning. We will start by looking at the common greetings that people say every day. A more compelling way to start a conversation is using, "Hey, do you feel good today? What's up?" They are good expressions to begin a relaxed conversation. Should you see a friend at the store, it's natural to greet them by saying, "Hey, how are you?" In most cases, they will simply respond, "It's just a few items." This phrase seems more natural than just saying hello to each other. It's perfectly fine to say, "Long time no see," when you meet someone you haven't seen in some time. One way to greet them is with, "Hey, it must be quite a while since the last time we talked. How are you?" This subject is worth practicing when you get a chance. Imagine that you come across a classmate you haven't seen in some time. I say, "It has been a while since we last saw each other," and they tell me, "I haven't been here in a while. I have been spending a lot of time at work lately." We'll move on to some expressions used to ask how a person is feeling. In addition to that question, we might say, if it isn't working, simply use, "How are you all doing? How's everything?" Friendship and warmth are more important in these places. You could ask, "Everything looking all right at work?" Or else, "How are you getting along with your family?" Answering the same questions with different facts will give you more experience using these essential tools. You could think about a friend who has recently begun working at a new place. Feel free to ask them, "How are things going at your new workplace?" They might tell us, "Everything is going smoothly as you wondered." Also, there are many easy ways to express agreement with a person by using natural language. It is possible to say, "Exactly, that is really true." Other words besides yes can help students succeed. You can reply, "That's right," if someone says that trying to learn English will take some time. It's done in stages. If a person says, "The weather has been quite hot lately," your answer can be, "You're right, it has been very hot. I use the fan continually throughout the day." Make an effort to use this type of agreement. If you want, picture a simple belief, for example, that weekends are too short. Entirely? They pass us in the blink of an eye. At times, we wish to look surprised or curious. You may use the following to express this. "No way! You're kidding. That can't have happened, I'm sure," is what you can say if your friend says, "I won the lottery. That's amazing." This way of speaking gives you a more active part in conversations. Practice responding to various situations. If someone shares that they met a celebrity at the cafe, a good response is, "You must be joking. Who was involved?" Employing the correct reaction makes the conversation flow smoothly and easily. If you are looking to ask for something, start by saying, "Will you do me a small favor? Could you give me a hand on this?" Such people use pleasant and helpful language. You might prefer saying, "Can you take a moment to check this email rather than just help me? Is it possible for you to give me a ride?" Let's do one exercise together. Visualize the situation where you need to move a box. Ask, "Would you be able to help me with this?" And now visualize the answer. "I would be pleased to do that for you." If helping someone, you have a variety of expressions you can use, such as, "Would you like a bit of assistance?" Do let me know if you have any problems. They demonstrate that you want to encourage your friends. You could ask this question if your friend is busy with cleaning after a party. In case someone appears stressed, you can simply remind them, "Tell me if you require any help." Try to come up with various ways you could be of assistance. What would you observe if you were to see a friend with books? Would you like a little help with those? If you're discussing what you want to do, you might use the phrase, "I'm down for that," to agree with the plan. Should your friend suggest a beach trip for tomorrow, you can respond with, "I am up for it." The language is simple and matches a friendly environment. "Sounds good" is a phrase that is often used too. If they suggest they meet at 5, you can respond with, "That sounds fine." Such notes are crucial for organizing plans every day. Work on carrying yourselves like you belong when going into unfamiliar places. Let's say someone brings up the idea, "Do you want to have coffee later?" You nod and say, "Sound report. I will get back to you when I become free." I want to talk about some expressions to end a conversation politely. Try saying something else when saying goodbye, such as, "I will see you again later." "I will talk to you soon." Such words make me feel closer and more comfortable in a conversation. For instance, once the chat is over, you can remark, "I enjoyed chatting with you. See you soon." Give this a try yourself. Remember the last person you had a conversation with. Consider finishing the conversation by saying, "Talk to you again, stay in good health." During most conversations, people often add, "You know what I mean," at times, right? Follows at the end of one sentence. These expressions help hold the listener's attention. It could be tough these days to pay attention for long periods, don't you find that? Or, "The film felt quite slow to you, right?" Do this by attaching a "maybe I will" statement after your own thoughts, for example. "Feels like I want to sleep because of this weather." Now let's go on to the next point. You understand what I mean. Ensure to speak aloud what is weighing upon you. Let us stop for a moment to do a short recap using the practice activity. Envisage the moment you meet an old friend again. If you haven't talked to a friend for a long while, you could greet them by saying, "Hasa," "Hi," or "Hey, how are you? Is everything all right with you?" The reply could be, "Pretty good, I have been quite busy with my job recently." You agree by saying, "Yeah, same feeling. Things are always busy here, totally exhausting." You get the idea? After that, your friend smiles and makes an expression like, "Yep, I get what you mean." Relaxation is something everyone should try. You smile and tell them, "Hope to see you soon. It's good. We will talk again later." Repeating these conversations will make your English talks more natural. Let's now see some everyday English phrases used to talk about our feelings and opinions. They help you become fluent, since native people tend to express their emotions with concise and natural expressions. In other words, if a situation makes you happy, you could say, "I'm very happy to hear this. That's awesome." If someone tells you they have a new job, don't just reply with, "Good." You might say, "I'm very happy for you. That's awesome." It captures someone's attention more. Practice this using several examples of good news. When someone says, "I got through the exam," your response is usually, "It's great news. I was certain that you would be able to do it." On the other hand, if you get unpleasant news, you may use these expressions. "That is unfortunate. I am sorry you went through this." Saying your dog is sick is followed by a natural response. "I'm so sorry to learn that. I wish that things will improve very soon." Another way to respond is to tell a friend that getting the job they wanted is a letdown. Keep trying. There will be a better opportunity in the future. Getting ready for good and bad news in practice supports you when you have real conversations. You could begin by apologizing and ending your message with a hopeful or considerate comment. There are times when you must be caring or empathetic. Expressions such as, "I understand," or "I agree," make it easier to bond with the other person. A good reply to, "I've been feeling quite stressed," is, "I know how you feel. I feel like life is getting hectic for me as well." Such actions are powerful since they demonstrate that we care about others. Practice this. Say to yourself, "It's hard for me to work when it's noisy," and tell them, "Yeah, I understand, that sounds tough." With all the distractions, focusing is not easy. It's time now to cover how to clarify and repeat information. If something you say, simple things like, "Please say what you said once more." "So, what are you thinking?" As an example, if a person talks too fast, you can tell them, "Sorry, please say it again." Or, should they say a tricky word, express it by saying, "I'm not sure I know what you mean. Is it possible to say it in a different way?" They allow you to keep up and improve the way you understand what is happening. Speak like this by saying, "Sorry, I didn't hear the word. Please repeat what you said." After that, imagine it's easier to catch what is being said the second go-round. Often, friends and family will say filler expressions like, "Let me think," or, "Well." You can use these approaches in almost any case, and they help in sharing ideas. You might suggest to your friend that, "How about going for a walk together?" Or, "Maybe we could check out that brand new cafe?" They are more polite and gentle than giving orders. This article will help us with a real example. You'd like to watch a film this evening? Why not put on a humorous film for a laugh? Now type a reply to what your friend has written. "It sounds exactly right to me." It is important to be able to change the subject when talking without any strange breaks. The following examples are useful phrases to use. Speaking of, let me also point out. For instance, you could say, "By the way, there's a new store opening its doors soon. Also, have you seen the newest version of the movie starring your favorite actor?" These small lines make it sound natural to move on to another topic. Try practicing. First talk about lunch and then casually ask, "How is your brother doing?" Let us now look at polite manners for disagreeing. In speaking or writing English, you must be respectful when you disagree. Try saying, "I think differently," instead of, "You're wrong." Such expressions display surprise or shock. Whenever someone shares a crazy story with you, you can reply, "No way, take a look at this bridge. I spotted a bear in the nearby lake," and you say, "That sounds too far-fetched." Immerse yourself in amazing stories and see how you react to them. This move will make you seem more focused in your conversation. Imagine the following scenario. Someone reports, "I spent my last year visiting 5 countries." I respond by saying, "There are times when you want to let someone know they are not alone." Typical phrases in the language are, "Do not let it bother you," "No need to worry about it." They are used when a person realizes they have made a mistake and feels awkward. In case someone accidentally spills coffee and then apologizes, you would say, "Don't worry, it happens." These words can help things become less stressful. Imagine someone says, "I am very sorry, I had forgotten to call you." "No problem," you answer. "I realize you have lots of things to deal with. Why don't we mix some of the phrases we've gone through to see how we would talk in real life?" If you meet your friend at a cafe, how will it be? You greet someone by exclaiming, "Hey, what's up?" Generally, people answer them with more questions. "I wanted to clear my head before I had to talk with them." "I agree. I understand you. I've been bearing a lot of pressure with my work right now. Am I making my message clear?" After you say that, your friend replies with a nod, saying, "Yes. I am looking for some way to have fun." You offer, "Let's try to go to the new art exhibit on the weekend." He or she answers, "Sounds like a plan. Ready?" You finish the phrase with, "Cool. If it's cool, feel free to use it. I'll get back to you with all the information via text later on. See you very soon." Taking part in such dialogues helps you get better at talking with others. Change a few small details in your practice and see how it affects your skills. If you switch the topic or the emotion, you can use the same structure as before. You could mention a visit to the park instead of talking about the exhibit. It is best to keep incorporating the new expressions into your day-to-day speech. With enough practice in real environments, speaking will become smoother and easier for you. Next, why don't we practice by doing a small reading exertion that you can say out loud? I will say a situation, and you should answer in the correct way. Ready? Situation 1. You hear from your friend that they received a promotion at work. How would you act, or what would you do? Reply with, "I think that is awesome. I'm really happy about this news." Situation 2. You failed to understand what the person was saying. For sure, say it again, please. Situation 3. One of my friends wants to get together this evening. Let's go then. At what hour would you like to meet? Situation 4. Can you give me a quick favor? Might you be able to help me with this project? Situation 5. One of your friends describes feeling down. Try saying, I understand. I have experienced the same thing. The practice exercises are not complicated, yet very effective. Practicing saying them out loud improves your confidence and makes your mind respond properly in talks with people. Even though it is important to learn the basic phrases, to become fluent, you need to practice using them whenever you can. Speak with yourself. Practice how you look in the mirror, or do this with a friend. You will soon start to use these phrases in your daily talks. We'll continue by looking at some popular phrases that you hear every day with others. If you want to express your views or feelings to someone using your own words, trying to be honest is helpful. If a person wonders what you thought of a specific movie, you could tell them honestly that it didn't rank high for you. And in the event your food didn't stand out, you might let the waiter know, honestly, it was not seasoned well. They make your words sound natural and true to yourself. I will explain using this sentence as an example. Suppose your friend invites you for dinner and then asks how you liked their food. If I am being honest, it was okay, but I think it needed a little more salt. Next, if you need to explain what you want to do in the future, say, I'm planning to do it, or I'm thinking about it. As an example, I want to exercise more this month, or perhaps I'll travel next summer. They are very good to use in daily talks about the future. Start practicing with this. I might start learning a new language. It's fun, or I'm definitely planning to start my new periodic series. They are very helpful and will enable your speech to come across naturally. Usually we reach out to family, friends, and colleagues with offers and requests. There are several polite ways you can help offer help. For example, do you want me to? Should I? When you notice a person looking tired, you could say, let me help by carrying that for you. Alternatively, I can help clean the home. On the other hand, when you make a request, you can say, that's true, I agree, or exactly or perfect. They might be short, but they make their points clearly in talk. One may say that getting enough sleep can be important, and you respond by agreeing. Everything is influenced by sleep. It takes time to pick up a new language like English, and you are right. Practice is the key to success. Talk these words out loud. If someone shares their opinion, a natural thing to say is, yes, I see your point. To be honest, this is how I feel as well. However, if you want to voice your disagreement in a gentle way, you might want to say phrases like, I am not so convinced by that. Even so, I think there could be another view to illustrate. I think people should get up early, and you answer by pointing out that not all people like to rise with the sun. Try this case as a practice exercise. Your friend claims fast food is amazing, and you answer by saying, I understand why, but the food you make at home is my favorite. You can communicate your opinion while treating the person you are with respect. Learning some casual phrases will help you as well. People say these phrases often without really noticing, and they make the language sound natural. Phrases like, I think you know what I am suggesting here. More or less? I suppose so, are employed to find out if someone understands, or to show that something is unclear. As an example, it was enjoyable, but I did feel a bit tired afterwards. Or maybe it seems similar to a time when nothing goes right. These statements make your language sound more calm. Consider doing your practice sessions according to the example above. I think it is a little confusing. You see what I mean? There are times when people wish to check if something is right. They talk with expressions such as, right? Shouldn't we say that time passes? At the end of the subject. How about, how wonderful today's weather is? Maybe, you're actually giving me a lift to go to the party? They are not big, but appear in plenty of cases. See if you can add any sentence. Did you finish making the report? Or, this place turns out to be right for us, doesn't it? If time is short, you can use a few polite phrases to excuse your actions. For example, I've got to go right now. Sometimes, I'm busy and have little time to spare. They give you a way to finish a conversation smoothly without offending the other person. Try practicing, I'll be glad to talk more, but I gotta leave now. Call me whenever you get a chance. Sorry, but I have to go quickly right now. Is it possible to pick up this conversation again at another time? Phrases that let you express doubt are another helpful group to use. You could express it by saying, I am not sure about it. I am happy to check and get back to you. You can use them with suits or with everyday clothes. Are you free on Thursday? You may say, I am not sure. I will check to see if I am available. Or, do you have any solutions for this? You answer, if it's not clear to me, I can figure it out. These manners of dealing with unknown situations are typical in common English. At this point, let's end by doing some simple role plays with the different phrases. Think about this. What is happening? You work in this place. Someone you work with comes by and asks, what's your day like? You tell them that, it's not too bad. Lately I'm quite busy, but I am able to manage just fine. You? They also report, same thing with us. My schedule is fully packed. You say that you understand and nod. Weddings have been happening at a fast pace these days. Anyway, have you gotten through the preparation of the report? The reply from your colleague is almost what you expected. It will be sent before the day is over. You nod and say, wonderful, no rush. Here is another essay topic. Your friend and you are going for a coffee together. You greet them with a hi and remind them that it has been a while since you saw each other. What's new? He answers that he got a new job. Looks like you are excited too, which is wonderful. I am so glad for you. They express their gratitude. It is not always an easy task. You are using the same language, so I understand. It is not always easy to begin something for the first time. They agree with a nod and add that this is it. How do you feel about perhaps celebrating this weekend? They accept, and I agree with their response. Let's discuss some more common natural responses that children give in situations like this. You can say thank you when somebody appreciates you. No problem anytime. You can answer with, it's okay, no worries. You can say the following when bidding farewell. Take care, hope to see you later. See you later. You should learn these turns of phrase so that they feel automatic for you all the time. Spend a few minutes every day saying the phrases in sentences, using between 5 and 10 phrases at a time. Waiting to date isn't required in this situation. Say these ideas to yourself out loud. For example, it means a lot that you joined us. Would you be able to help me? You should pay a visit to the recently opened restaurant. Try to practice for 5 minutes with lots of energy and confidence. I would like to do one more practice round before we finish the lesson. I'll bring up a situation and then give time for some reflection. After that, say the words of the phrase out loud. Situation 1. Your friend reveals some important news to you. Express something nice. Situation 2. You missed what another person said. Tell them to repeat after you. Scenario 3. You are trying to move out of a conversation. Let go of your friends by giving them a reasonable explanation. Situation 4. You need more information. Come across as polite when doing this. In situation 5, you get a thank you for something you have done. Respond naturally, well done. Doing this habit will help you establish a rhythm when speaking, give you confidence, and make your English conversations smooth and fluent. Try not to just put the sentences into your memory. Try to live with the consequences of your actions. Be sure to mention the vocabulary in your day-to-day English talks. Today's lesson is now at an end. I hope the practice helped you become more prepared to use these 50 common expressions in day-to-day conversations. Keep in mind, you learn a language for more than only knowing grammar or vocabulary. It's important to be able to link with others easily and effortlessly. To become a professional, you need to spend a lot of time practicing regularly. So try saying these phrases and repeat them in any situation you find helpful, no matter if you are at home, at work, or just thinking silently. I thank you for spending your time watching this video. If this lesson was interesting for you, subscribe to our English in Minutes channel and click the bell to receive a daily English practice video. I'm Natasha, and I hope you check with me again next time. Keep your practice going, keep aiming for development, and take care of yourself. Are you able to? Should I inform you about? Please send me the report by this afternoon at noon. Is it fine if I borrowed your book? Speaking politely with these expressions will help you communicate with others in a respectful way. Let's focus on both at the same time. For this task, imagine yourself sharing the grocery shopping. Would you like me to carry the bags for you? Look for support from a group, person, or professional. Could I get help on how I can start using this app? There are times when people suggest ways to address a problem or give help. You often hear these words being used for this. You should. If I were you, I'd choose the same option. An example you could use would be, if your friend sounds tired, you should rest. Or if it's an unclear decision for them, you can say, from my point of view, I would consult someone first. These expressions have a nice and supportive tone. Train yourself by practicing this way. It would be a good idea to try the new restaurant. It's great. In your place, I think it would help to discuss the situation in a call to her. If you want to express agreement, you can use